2024 on a Saturday. So this is a special one, actually, and I feel pretty good today. So I hope you guys are feeling good as well. So, as always, I will wait for a few people to come in before, of course, getting started. If you're coming in a little after this or, after the live, you can always fast forward toward the discussion or the start of the discussion. So kind of just chilling here, just for a couple of minutes, adding links and such to, you know, get things started. Okay, I see a few people coming in. Hello, feel free to say hello. I wish this internet was working on this side. But it's a little off. I should have used something else, my hotspot. Hi, hey Betty, and thank you for calling me Sky. I'm glad you remember. Yes, I go by Sky now, for those of you that don't know. So I appreciate that. It's always good seeing that. Let me see something. And just to simply ask, because I thought my Wi-Fi was working on my computer. I am fine, Rachel, thank you. Could someone please post my Cash App name and I will pin their comment, thank you. If you could just put $tarenguy in the comments, if you could type that out for me and I will pin that, because I'm still unable to do that for some reason when I go live on my phone. Thank you so much, Rashul. I really appreciate you. It like makes things so much easier. So thank you, Rashul. Appreciate you. People are asking me why the mask. Usually, for the past 3 videos, of course. So I'm just going to quickly say I was in a situation where I was injured and 2 of my teeth were injured, and I'm currently in the middle of repairing my teeth for after the holiday, actually. So until then, I am wearing a mask, or sometimes I reveal and show because I have no shame, or embarrassment towards my injury. But, mask on, mask off. I'm dealing with the injury right now. So this is why I do have a mask on, But if you guys can hear me clearly and everything is clear, then that's all that matters right now. So Bubble, I hope I answered your question. Yeah. So anyway, today we're going to go into readings. I decided to just offer solstice readings since it is around that season where, and I did something on the solstice maybe 2 years ago. Actually, I had a whole session and a class on it, and I explained really quickly that solstice and equinox are 2 different things, and we have a summer solstice and we have a winter solstice. And the winter solstice is dedicated to questioning whether it is, and I'm looking at and I'll write the word down actually on a piece of paper, so you guys know how I read letters, kind of like backwards, forwards, separated together type thing. But look, did I even spell it right? Is solstice spelled whatever, dude? Did I spell it right? How do you spell solstice? Is it with a C? SOLTC? I don't fucking know, dude. Anyway, this is what I got. Oh snap. I really don't. I'm gonna just keep it like that. Anyway, when I look or listen or hear the word solstice, I hear souls to ice. Souls going on to ice, souls going into the icy state of point of view, hibernation, a point of stasis. Souls to ice. So this is what I'm hearing a lot when we're coming into the winter point of view. The summer point of view is souls to eyes instead of souls to ice. So it's a defrosting, a defrosting of the point of hibernation, which is what summer does. So, they kind of go in between each other. So, in my world, that makes sense. Souls to eyes, souls to ice. And right now, we're in the souls to ice point of view. Now, there could be reversing in all of that. And that to me is more so of a personal perspective. Because some people are living in summer right now. Some people are living in winter. So now this is where personal point of view comes in. Personal point of view. Some people are feeling summer, some people are feeling winter. So I feel like it's a good point of view because if we're thinking solstice or souls to ice or a point of awakening or hibernation, the whole point of nature is nature literally freezes up on patterns that already exist currently. It's kind of like musical chairs. When the music is playing and there's one less chair and there's one more person, right? And when the music stops, everybody has to find a chair quickly. So when the person that's left out and has no chair by the time the music stops, that person is out of the game, correct? And so it's kind of like that. It's souls to ice or solstice is that day where musical chairs has come to a stop, like the music has come to a stop. And wherever you are in frequency today, wherever you are in high level resonance of your own pattern, this is what is frozen. This is what's taken into the fucking database of life. And this is what you're holding on to until it's time to defrost. And you will, as you go into a hibernation and a stasis sleep, you're going to have to deal with or experience your own pattern for until. And since, hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. So what I'm saying is, like, if you are happy with what you've planned for yourself, the work that you've done on yourself, the lessons you've learned, your self-development, and you've really been on one, and you actually are celebrating yourself today, in that frozen mode, that is a beautiful way to go to sleep. That is a beautiful way to dream in your life as we are going into hibernation and stasis mode so that things can recalibrate around us that we're not really supposed to be witnessing or aware of. Kind of like the Matrix. The Matrix recalibrating itself, but this is a huge recalibration. It's not a regular winter solstice. It's really not. It's like literally a last December until like 10,000 years later. And that's exciting to me because I am happy with where I am, even though I'm in injury mode right now. My recovery is a part of my stasis. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy in a space in which I am in the place that I've been frozen or stayed in stasis. So that's a great thing. Now, there's some fucked up people in this world too. Like they don't even understand any of this dynamic and they still try to move and groove in the point of ice frozen natural point of view of hibernation, and they fuck up. They run into ice walls. They hurt themselves really badly for trying to manipulate a form of ice that cannot be manipulated by somebody like that. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a lot of karmic or karma played out, and this is where Santa has a lot of fun, I guess. We talking about, you know how I feel about Saturn. You know how I feel about Saturday. You know how I feel about Satan and Santa and all of the fucking aspects of darkness that actually fairly justifies unjustifications. So that's the entity that is actually taking over the icy souls right now, if you understand what I'm saying. Knockout said no love expressed there. Well, I expressed love. This is love. You know, love is evil backwards. And it's evil with the O because it protects what is love. It is a protector of love. Evil with an I is different. You know, sometimes there's tsunamis and hurricanes and shits wipe people out, but there is something that comes of that arrangement or rearrangement of nature that is out of love, you know? So this is just what we have to understand about love, is that when it's expressed from a point of view of acceptance, intelligence, realness, honesty, you know, it's love. You know, love is honest. Love is honest. So that's what I have to say about that. What are you guys talking about in the comments here? Because I'm going to get straight into the readings for you guys, because this is really kind of like giving you guys the opportunity to see where you stand. For those of you that don't know how I do my readings, I use playing cards mostly. Right? Oh shoot, this has to be rearranged. But I use playing cards. It really places me in a very simplistic way of intuitively understanding things in my own way. And what I also use is, hold on, because the sirens can be very distracting. So I also use tarot as well when needed, and I have these pretty golden cards here. You know, I have placed a lot of emphasis on investing in how I feel about, you know, the tools that I use for you guys. How do you get a reading, Sam? So that's what I'm about to get into. You know, I like to talk to you guys before I get straight to that. But so how I do the readings live is my Cash App is posted at the pin. It's pinned in the comment section. If you would like a reading, all you have to do is donate $20 or more, whatever you'd like to, but $20 or more, to the Cash App with your birth date, or Venmo, which is in a description box, or PayPal, which is also in a description. However you'd like to do that, just donate $20 or more with your birth date. I'll see it as you donate, and then I will get to your birthday and your name, of course, and I will do the reading live for you. So whoever donates first is who I will read first, for sure. So that's how I've been doing the readings lately, here on YouTube when I'm live, and it's been working. So I'm just kind of rearranging my cards because I did not know that they were out of order. Okay, Sam. You can do it now, Sam, if you'd like to. It's up to you. It would be appreciated. I would love to do a reading on you, Sam. But yeah, that's up to you. Yes, so I go in between tarot and using playing cards. I also have a very intuitive connection with numbers, letters, with your name. And I just get into a really intuitive field where I am really able to capture certain details that kind of like help you with whatever you're trying to get help with. I usually do general readings, but if you do have a specific question, I can do those types of readings too. So I can always find you in a comment section for that. But this is what I'm doing today. And towards the end of this video, I have also another announcement for you guys, which you guys might be interested in that later. Okay, so I just want to do one thing at a time and make sure that I am focused. I do still have, you know, my smile there. I still have my smile there, so I'm still here. Yeah, so I'm just waiting on whoever feels like, you know, getting a reading today. Yes. Are you donating to Cash App? It's Taryn Guy. Do I have a picture there? It's Taryn Guy. It's me. If you can see that, I don't know what you're referring to. I'm trying to remember. Did I put a picture on my Cash App? If you're trying to verify, I think so. I don't know. I don't want to lose the. Let me go check. Hold on. Hey Sam, so no, I don't have a picture next to my name on Cash App. Maybe I should put one there. Yeah, but anyway, how are you guys doing? Yeah, there's no picture, Sam, so that's the correct one. If it doesn't have a picture and it says Taryn Guy, it is correct, and that is me. And just make sure you put your birth date in your donation, and I will get straight to your reading, since you seem to be first. There we go, Sam. I see you as V. I'm assuming that's you. And you gave me 701 as your birthday. I will acknowledge that you did not, and thank you for that. I would acknowledge that you did not give me your year. Sam, was that on purpose? G Wokes, as I'm getting this reading together, Sam 91, got it. What do you, may I ask, since you're asking the question, your question is, should we not regard the important things at play now? May you express what those important things at play are now? Like, what are you talking about? Because, you know, there's a lot of things at play right now, and, you know, there's different perspectives and importance, order of importance for certain things. So as I'm getting this reading together, G Wokes, I would like to hear what that means for you. Okay, so now I want to get into this reading. Sam, you got 7, and I also look at how you presented your birthday. Carl Scott, thank you. Oh my gosh, and thank you for earlier today, Carl Scott. You are a blessing, an angel. Thank you. I wish you would contact me, Carl, so I can actually tell you thank you for real. So please email me just to say hey, because you're always looking out. So Michelle, I got you. Michelle, if you wanted to get a reading, I did not see your birthday, so just please, or if you just donated, thank you, Michelle. If you don't even want a reading, appreciate that. Okay, so let me get into the mode. Sam, what I noticed, first of all, is that the way you wrote out your birthday was 701. And it's interesting, when we usually put the 0 when we don't have to. Like, there's no prompt in an application field that tells you put the 0 first. It says a lot about your personality. It says a lot about, like, your order of importance and so on. I can already see that there may be a value issue with you, Sam, a value issue. Whether it's currency or just your value, in knowing less of your value as you have more of it. The reason why I say that is anytime I see 01 like that, it reminds me of, and I'll show you, hold on. It reminds me of 1 cent. It's the 10 backwards. And anytime there's a 0.01, there is something that is creating a limitation in your value system. So let's check that. Let's turn, and now the thing is, let's not undermine 1 cent or 1 penny. So this is my saying to me, and this is how I've been getting through the crazy loops of life, Sam, is if it don't make sense, then it can't make dollars. So when people talk to me or they come into my sphere of reality and it don't make no sense, like it's totally not logical, not rational, it doesn't make me feel comfortable or good enough for me to acknowledge it, it don't make no sense. Which means that it's far into my field, which means that it should be rejected. So this is how I've been getting through so that my solstice can be like captured in a way in which makes me feel comfortable because I deserve that. So if it don't make no sense, it don't make no dollars. Take that 1 cent mentality, because how you wrote it down was subconscious, and I just picked it up in a subconscious field, and just take that 1 cent. If somebody were to give you 1 penny when you had nothing, would you look at that 1 penny and throw it away or feel offended? And would you rather have nothing than 1 cent? Or would you actually just take that and understand more of it, manifest with it, use it as a foundation? So basically what I saw how you wrote out your birthday was kind of like that thing, that aspect of value beginning again at 1 cent. All right, so now here's my 2 cents, you know what I mean, in having you rearrange things to make sense for you. So I guess let me start pulling cards because I didn't even pull cards yet. You gave me your birth date late. So let me just, 1991. Sam, your name is ambiguous, so I don't know if you are male or female. I'm getting more female. I'm getting both, actually, in harmonized female energy. So maybe that's what I'm getting, but your 1991, your year, if you look at what I was just talking about with the 0, 1 and the 1, 0, 10 and, you know, your 1991 is doing the same thing. They're doing exactly the same thing. 19 and 91, you are dealing with those reversals. So it's actually quite special when you have reversal numbers in your sphere, because certain people have access and certain people have to earn access to flipping and reversing things to make it work for them. You just happen to be one of those lucky ones born in 1991 where you have certain access to flipping things around to make it work for you without overly being manipulative, if that makes sense to you. So hold on, so if that makes sense to you, what I'm saying is the reversal and the flip is a great thing for you. Now, again, I'm still on the numbers. Let me go to the cards because I want to get more personal with you, Sam, as the numbers are speaking about, more about your resonance factor. Also, do you have any specific question? Is there anything as I'm shuffling these cards that you want to actually focus on, whether it be love, whether it be relationship in a different kind of way, money, career, like the typical matrix categories that are very important to our lives? So as I'm shuffling, Sam, you let me know, or let me know, of course, love. Okay. All right. We'll get into love then. Azor, is that your birthday, Azori? I'm just accepting, did you donate? Because I don't know, because sometimes the names are different. If you did, is that your birthday? If you didn't donate just yet, it's just $20 or more donation based with your birth date, and I get straight to your reading, and I did write your birthday down. Just want to be clear about that, so I didn't miss anything. Oh, great. Sure, Azure. So yes, if it's Cash App or whatever, just place your birth date anyway so that I know it's you. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. So $20 or more, whatever you want, I'll get to you most likely next. So thank you. Oh, so you are female. So I did say that you had harmonic female energy, which is a little ambiguous sometimes. So that's not a bad thing at all. Okay, so let me pull out a couple of cards for you. And it's so funny, Sam, because the first thing that comes out is the 10 When you sent me your birthday, it was the 0 1 that I was talking about. I said flip that shit around for the 10. Now for the 1 0. So you get a value system because 10 or 1 0 goes on and on and on and on and on and can add more value to itself. 0.01 cannot. Okay? Also, anytime I see what I see in clubs as an actual thing, Azor, thank you. I got you. Thank you so much. You are next, Azor. So anytime I see this, and what I see is it's not a good thing. So I knew if there's anything. Now we want to talk about love, right? So we got the 2 of hearts on these 2 next cards. One card is hidden and one is not. So Sam, what I'm going to say is what I can already see is that you are searching for a more mature kind of love option. I'm telling you, it was because of that flip, that 0.01 mentality. So what I need you to understand is you seem to be more interested in finding companionship through love, which is passionate. Someone that is actually taking things slow and that is actually developing as you are, but on a level enough for you to relate and not seem like you're just in a, a typical love situation. Now, there's a lot of, and I'm going to turn this card around. This 5 of hearts and this 3 of clubs is telling me that you prefer, as I always say, 5 is a supreme number because we have 5 fingers and 5 toes, and we need our hands and we need steady, stable feet, right? So 5 is supreme. 5 is a number in which it is completion. It is the first completion number, like to build on, right? So that 1, 2 is already doing its thing molecularly. The 3 is just proof, but the 3 still can't hold anything unless it creates another version of itself that can stabilize something enough to create 5. I hope you got that. Hope that wasn't too quick. That's how I see the story of numbers. So 5 is the first completion number that makes sense to build upon. And the only way I would say or suggest falling into love, Sam, is making sure that so what I'm seeing is souls to eyes for you. Summertime for you. Summer. This is actually a time I feel very calm energy with you. I feel like you're in a really good place in your life. There's comfort, but there's a companionship that you are wanting, that you are ready for. And right now, you feel more summer in a sense where you are more focused on the eyes. How you connect with a person quietly, how you connect with a person through resonance, through attraction that doesn't require a conversation, that doesn't have to test the person's nature. You just kind of have a knowing and an attraction about that person. I want to actually help you just in this conversation switch and flip so that your magnetism or your magnet can bring in that instead of, hi, what's your name? What's your favorite color? What's your sign? Where are you from? What school did you go to? Do you have a boyfriend? Like, when was your last relationship? Too much chatter, too much for a person like you. The shit is annoying. I'm not interested. If you already asked me 4 questions before I even answered your first one. Are you interested in getting to know me? Are you interested in connecting? Then connect then. You know what I mean? But then there's a maturity phase with loving someone or falling for someone or being attracted to someone where that is the protocol for love. What is your name? Where are you from? What school did you go to? Blah, 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 blah. There are some people that prefer that as well. Thank you. I'm showing my face, but I have an injury in which I don't want to necessarily fully reveal that right now, even though I have. Okay, but yes, I'm fine. All right. So let me pull a couple of more cards before I move forward, Sam. Ace, 3. And I'm going to pull a tarot card as well, just to confirm. So there's something, I wish I would have brought it. Sam, I don't know if you're into totems. Since we brought up that point zero 0.01 as a trickster subconscious thing, is there any way that you can, like, for instance, I bought like this coin. It costs like $5, but to me it looks like a real life Bitcoin, and it looks real gold to me, and it's special to me. Can you not look for a coin, but understand maybe you have a coin, like an actual coin. Like, this is very specific, Sam. If you have an actual coin, go get it, keep it with you, or get one. Like, possibly on purpose, get one. Like, go on Amazon and look for specialty coins. Order it. It might just cost you $2, $3 for one coin. When you receive that, it's kind of like having a crystal with you or a totem. That would be your totem to, because every time I'm pulling cards for you, there's a negative point, almost like there's a cavity, like a hole, that when you get to the point of filling up, there's a leakage. You are leaking somewhere, Sam. And there might be the feelings of, the flip, where the shit is just not making sense anymore. It's now becoming depressing. It's becoming a problem when you've worked hard enough to be comfortable with yourself in life. And why does it still feel like you got to do more work? So there feels like there's this hole leaking, and I think it has a lot to do with your 1. So let's go to your actual, not life path, but the number of your birthday is 1. And I'm going to cross that 0 out for a second so I can see 1. So your birthday is 7-1. So 1 is a tricky number because 1 is the most complete point of self, but it is alone. It has not created anything yet. It is a potential number, which is seen in this weird matrix somehow as a number of beginning or a number of infantry. So when you have grown and developed so much in your life, 100% actually, that 1 is still something that the matrix and a lot of what the systems are changing actually in the systems for people like you. There's a system that picks you up as still like an infant, as like an elementary point of view when you have a doctrine. Because simply because your matrix number is 1. You were born on the 1st of July. You know what I mean? So like, duh, you're an infant. We're separating clothing. We're categorizing people based upon that, not through actual humanism, development, soul. So it's that hole right there. Like, it's just like, put that cavity, like no more holes, no more leakages. So get a coin or something, a coin, I think, and trust and believe shit is going to flip around in a way where it feels like you're finally preserving something, you're being honored, and you will be able to finally experience, like, very, very soon, what you've been wanting to experience. So, feels like a leak. Okay, Sam. Well, that's what I got for you right now, but your cards are constantly saying that you are ready for, like, high level companionship in which you have been waiting for fairly. Page of Swords is something that came out as this card. Now, the Page of Swords, just Watch your words. Watch your words. Listen to how you speak, which means speak a little less. But when you say something, allow the echo to permeate your subconscious ear. To actually, you might hear at least two other levels of conversation when you're having one. Develop your subconscious ear. That's the feminine ear. I'm feeling a lot of like calm masculine in you. Just slow down a little bit more and listen to yourself. Listen to the ping back so that you can develop your language that will get you more on the right track without being so harsh about it. Like a person like me, I would like what do you say? Let's just say the Knight of Swords or something might come out. It's a bit harsher. I'm a bit more harsh with my words. I've been having to fight for my life, which is probably why I have the injury in my mouth. I've been having to fight for my life with my swords, with my words. Words and swords are the same. And I'm tired of fighting with my swords. This is why I went into singing and music, and those swords are more comfortable for me because my words are sharp, and I've realized that I can destroy myself with my own swords or my own words because I'm so focused on target conversation in which I feel conflict in, that I don't understand that swords eventually, like there's something about the sword. There's a handle on the sword. If you don't know how to handle, there's an energy that comes from the tip of the sword, kind of just like when you watch those anime movies or superhero movies, they have a sword, but something special comes out of it, like lightning or something. There's an energy that comes from that sword that is spiral-like, that will fucking hit you in the fucking tooth, that will knock you out somewhere else because you said the right thing, but the way you said it was too harsh. You know what I mean? So I'm understanding swords and words better. So I would also say just take it easy, with your words and swords, and allow things to circle back around in your benefit. Okay, so that's it for you, Sam. Thank you so much for donating. I hope you are at least good with that message. Sam, if you wanted any more of anything, you can feel free to email me at tarenguy@gmail.com and set up an actual session if you'd like a one-on-one. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Carl. I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. So next up, I have Azor. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Azor. Give me 1 second. Yes, get a coin. If you don't have one already, I suggest getting one. I have one. It's so special to me, and that's what came up just when I saw it. So yeah, give it a go. Now let me look in the comments and see if I missed out on anything, if anyone had any questions. Thank you, gang stalking simulation. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so what I'll say right now is, before I get to Azor, really quickly, for anybody watching, I'm doing solstice readings. Today is winter solstice. I spoke about that a little bit in the beginning of the video. The 21st on a Saturday, right? We're also going into the graduation of people who've been stuck in the paradigm of not getting what is due to some unfair shit. You know how, I said 21 is that age? It's a real spiritual age too. where certain things you cannot even experience in life, in God's fucking house, because you are not 21. 21 and over, please, type shit, spiritually. And there are a lot of people who have been having fake IDs, who are not yet 21, that will be placed back in their fucking grade. And there will be people who are over, or at least at that point in their lives where they deserve to have access to certain things ancestrally and in the future, in which they are grown enough and mature enough to accept and utilize. So we want to think about the 21s of, like the equinoxes and the solstices. They're always on the 21st. It is a point of graduation. It is a point of rejection or acceptance. So just because you show up at the graduation don't mean you're going to be acknowledged. You will be placed. The natural placement is now effectively arranging and rearranging the order of things. And it is so beautifully chaotic. When I see the way that I see in my vision, it's so beautifully chaotic because the order has been horribly so misunderstood, which is why, and I'll talk about this a little later really quickly, but which is why I want to get into my own perspective of the word in the Bible, which I spoke to you guys about, because there's an order there, or a perspective there, that has not yet been tapped into from the feminine perspective, that is very orderly, very vision based, very feeling based, very inspirational, very life-giving. So there needs to be room for that, for like a refreshing spirit, which is usually the spirit of a child, which is usually a spirit of an innocent, a spirit, a kindred spirit, a kind spirit, a mature enough, wise spirit, and feminine based. So that's just how I see things right now, So let's get to Azor. I see your birthday is 9/23/77. Okay, hold on for a second. 5, 9. 77, 14, 15, 6, 11, 2. Okay, so I was doing your life path really quickly, and yours is, I am going to say 2. But you do have the number 11 as I added up the numbers. So 11 or 2. I'm going to shuffle these cards. So Azor, let me write your name down as well. Is it Azure? I wish I can phonetically know that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Azor, Azure, Azor, Azor. So many different ways. Okay. Okay, Azor. 5, 9. So the first thing I wanted to get to, oh, Angela. Thank you, Angela. I see your donation. Thank you. Azor, the first 2 letters of your name that I see here is AZ. Okay, AZ. I don't know if it doesn't matter whether this is your birth name. This is your name. This is the name in which you're presenting yourself with. And I keep saying your name in different ways. So it's very interesting that you have phonetically in your name, at least in the order, the first 2 letters, And I always say the first three prefix of any word or name is the most important. Um, so when I add AZU, it's Azul. Now I know that in what is it, Spanish, right? Azul. Somehow my hand just wrote out Azul. Azul. That's the color blue, I believe, correct? So Azor, I'm seeing it's your birth name, okay. Master number 11, yes, a master number, exactly. Azor, I'm seeing Azul, something about blue. Um, Azor, I'm going to bring you into a collective message. I've been saying for the past few videos that we are in blue mode, we are in indigo. If the world were to restart itself, correct? Angela, yes, I see. Did you send your birthday, Angela, or did you just donate because you just wanted to send something? And I just wanted to say thank you and just wanted to confirm. Um, so we're in the indigo stage. So Azor means blue, sky blue. Okay, I did not know that it meant sky blue. All right. Also, Aztec is coming up as well, which can come back to at least Mexico for the Spanish, in which I'm picking up Azul. So there's like a lot of circling around back to the blue, even though it's completely separate. So I was saying, if the world were to start all over again completely, if God just decided to start all over again, I can't wait to get to that story in the Bible, by the way. Oh my God. I have such perspective on that. Um, he usually starts from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. He usually grows. He comes from the point of growing up. His blueprint is obsessed with people, humans, perspective, and consciousness growing up. So that's I always say it's the red zone, it's the root. God has not done anything more than flip the world upside down. And then somehow two forms of it exist, a right side up version and an upside down version, to where blue is on the bottom and blue is on the top. Now, I'm speaking gibberish right now. We're in Babylonia. What I'm saying is, your name or your essence represents the beginnings of life, which is coming from the sky. It's coming from the night sky, the dream state, the lunar state, and then it falls into what we have, even if it's our fifth chakra, which is sky blue or light blue versus indigo, dark blue. So if we were to have the sky on our body map, the sky or the atmosphere, whatever, this would be night sky, dream state, lunar. This would be daytime sky, solar. Okay? So the two skies are separated, but there's one sky, correct? But the sky has different variations, right? But it's just in itself, as I said, creating things through the midpoint of the darkest of the night and the lightest of the day. That's a beautiful thing. I'm even saying this without even recognizing that has nothing to do with why my name is Sky. So as I'm even saying that, like, I'm also like learning more, but the sky is it is the element of creation right now. Why? Here's what I'm going to explain. Azore, I'm still giving you a reading, but your resonance is allowing me to tunnel into a collective message. So if you don't mind. The sky or space itself is in collaboration with time. Time and space is in collaboration with technology, with virtual reality, with simulated experiences, with holographic technology, things to be birthed through that do not have to have any flesh or solidification to be here. The sky is the only point of creation that can host souls, actual soul, to maintain the flesh and the physical from above to below. And it can also host new creations that are air, that is of the air, of the invisible realm called space and time. So there's another door of creation that the red zone doesn't have the frequency match for these types of beings or types of creations or even technologies to even come through the portal of red. Like, red hurts. You know what I mean? Let's say there was a life-saving technology that needed to be birthed through as an idea, or through a software to a device, to something solid, or a person, a robot, like, I don't know, but it needed to be here, right? The high frequency of indigo or blue is the color and resonance frequency in the prism of creation, in which this thing can only travel through that frequency. And we have more life actually waiting. So, Azor, your birthday is so important. Like, I just want to first of all give you a shout out and just be silent for 1 second before I get into this, because give me a second. So, our ancestors a lot of them, or a lot of stars, I would say, a lot of stars, a lot of elite, what we call elite ancestor, star people who have fallen. Like, we're talking Hollywood music. We lost someone like Quincy Jones not too long ago. We're losing people. There are some people on their way out because they have cancer when they shouldn't. I read that Bruce Willis has dementia. And I looked up and I said, Wendy Williams suffering from dementia. And I'm like, something's not right. Like, these people are young, they're in their 50s. They're like, I don't understand this. So I had to go into that a little bit by myself. And I had to say, wait, what's the difference between Alzheimer's and dementia? And there is a difference. Dementia is a symptom of something else that is causing memory loss. It's just like causing memory loss. It's a symptom of that. So I said, so logically speaking, no one can have dementia. If you're experiencing dementia, you might have something else called Alzheimer's. Now, when we think of Alzheimer's, we think of the high elderly, like 80 years old and above. Like, you're not hearing, they don't want to use the word Alzheimer's for people that are 50 years old. So there's a fucking conspiracy there, because the word dementia sounds a little better for someone as young as Wendy Williams or for someone as young as Bruce Willis. So that's what they're wrong. These people don't have dementia. Secondly, Alzheimer's is an actual disease that eats its own self, its own memory, because the brain and mind have agreed that it is time to die. So it's time to clear up space. Literally. So this is why this is an elderly disease, like older, like 80, 90, 100 years old, because it's like, of course this person has Alzheimer's now, because they're clearing space, because they're on their way out, dude. Like, the cloud is taking away the data and the memories and setting them up and preparing them for their next lives, because they're actually ready for that. Now, when you have a 50-something-year-old woman or man that we know, like, they're in the spotlight, and it's like, they're not ready to go. And Alzheimer's is not caused by anything. Alzheimer's, let's just say, is the buzzer on the clock that is already set naturally. Now, there are some people that, so all I'm saying is there's something going on where there seems to be, I always have to say at least a program, because I don't like saying enemy or a person or a thing, but there's a program that is causing the youth. All these sirens, hold on. There's a, oh God, oh man, sirens. There's a program that's causing the youthful spirit, the ones not ready to go, to cannibalize their own minds, and it does change the course and neural pathways of the brain. So it physically affects the brain, and so the question is, when the brain is altered from cannibalizing itself, eating itself, can the mind repair it? Or have they lost their mind enough to not be able to restructure the brain activity? How powerful is the mind versus the brain now? The cure is in the willpower, the surrounding area, your friends, your family, the environment, your will to live, to where there's a part of you called the heart, which can take the place of the physical brain in an emergency situation in which the mind and soul did not agree that the brain should be cannibalized. So the heart is another brain. So this is why I love the cosmic law that overrides. What the hell is going on, dude? Oh my God. So what I'm saying is, I'm still gonna keep talking. There's the heart basically has the neural activity of the heart is about 60 to 70%. Okay, it has its own neural pathway activity. It can override the brain's activity in certain situations. Now, the only downfall to that, how many sirens do we have? I hope everything's okay. Seems like an emergency. I'm not complaining. Like, if there's an emergency and somebody needs help, please go help them. Thank you. You know, I'm just saying it's a lot. Okay, so the heart, Azor, I haven't lost you. I'm still here with you. This is your frequency, by the way, that is allowing this message. So thank you. The heart can take the place of the brain, but the downfall is that it can overwork the heart if it takes too long. If the heart feels like it's fighting, then the heart starts to fail. If the heart has inspiration, that if it overworks itself to replace the neural pathway, the damaged neural pathway activity in the physical flesh brain, and decides to override that, basically put a cap on it, protect the brain, allow the brain to do the thing that it's doing, but the mind starts to develop, and the mind, which is not in the body anyway, starts to communicate with the heart instead of the brain now. So now the heart and the mind are repairing everything. And then the cap comes off on the brain, because the brain is like, okay, now I have no choice as a brain to follow the blueprint of the mind and the heart, so give me recovery. I am now healed from Alzheimer's. Okay? That's how a youthful spirit that shouldn't be on the way out is cured from Alzheimer's. You know what I'm saying? It's the heart that you got to call in the heart. So how the way that you kill a person like this is to take away everything that they love. And that's what's been happening. But there are certain people that they just love themselves so much that it can't happen. And it won't. You know, so they still got their family. They still have, inspiration somewhere. And I tell you, it might sound cheeky, but that's how you can actually reverse some brain damage, some real brain damage that might be happening based upon a program that is targeting certain types of people too early to move these types of people out of the way, because these programs, these foreigners, need time and space. So move out the way, because I need a body. I need this time and space. I need this legacy. It's like colonizing, stealing, pirating time and space, because they don't have, here we go with the word theys, but they don't have it. They haven't earned it. They don't understand it, but they want it. So that's always the case with colonizing spirit. It's shiny, it's gold, it's diamond, it's valuable, but first of all, it ain't yours. Second of all, you didn't earn it. Third of all, you don't understand it on another level in the other dimension. So you can't just take it, or else there will be a war. You know what I mean? And that's what the war is. Oh my God. Okay. So Azor, did you have any particular questions though? Because again, I know I went macro. Sometimes I go macro on individual readings, because it's a very important feeling and resonance that came through from your name and your numbers. You know what I mean? So sometimes I be thinking, do I apologize, or I want to give you the space, Azor, to personally ask something, or if you are okay with this, I can continue. I haven't even pulled cards yet. So please let me know. I just had to speak on that. Gang stalking simulation, what shouldn't I ignore? I don't know what you're speaking of. I need... What's so special about your birthday? I will tell you, at least from me looking at the numbers and pulling at least 2 cards, which there's a hidden card. So I'll bring that out. Okay. Let me look into the cards before I even show them, first of all. Your birthday, Azor, that's a very good question. So I was saying the number 5 has come up even in the last reading. You're a 2 and 3, right? You're the 23rd, which equals 5. When we say 9 to 5, it's for a reason. It's a resonance factor of what we call work. We work from 9 to 5. There's a saying, even if you don't literally work from 9 to 5, saying the term or that resonance of saying 9 to 5, or I'm a 9 to 5er, it's a language that all of us, we understand what you mean when you say 9 to 5. It also means hard work. It means consistent work. It might even mean dysfunctional looping work. It might mean miserable work. It might mean I love my job. I don't know. There's so many in-betweens of the feeling of 9 to 5. But you have that resonance in your birthday. 9 to 5, right? 9 to 3. 9 to 3. Well, wait. I'm going to say this. That was a mistake, but not. I said 9 to 3. So maybe, as my readings tend to go this way a lot, it is dismantling the 9 to 5 mentality. Because 9 to 5 means that your job owns you. I told you 5 is a supreme number. 5 is completion. Our hands and toes, foundational support for anything that you are creating. There's an ownership in a 9 to 5 type manual setup, right? Um, the fact that your birthday says 923, and I can play with the phonetics of the words and take away the 9 to 5, it means something else. It means I work here, but you don't quite have my soul. I am doing God's work. I am doing my own work, but no one has my soul. Because when I'm working from 9 to 3, when I'm working at 9 to 3, I'm working for me. Now, this is where I start getting possessed by a good spirit, because I can't help it. I'm going to write the word me. When I'm working from 9 to 3, I'm working for me. The way I wrote me, it looks like a 3 either way. I could turn this around in any degree, and it's 3, which is really 33. Anyway, when I'm working from 9 to 3, I'm working for me. For me. So you had, clearly your birthday is very special, sorry. So I just saw that in your code in real time as you asked me that question. I didn't see that before, because I was about to say something else, and I was like, this is like a real-time kind of thing with me. So that was very profound. You also have 1977. Now, 7 equals 14, right? Without the 19, it's 14. That's 5. So we're coming back to these 5s again. But there is the 19. But what's happening right now, since you have AZ in your name, AZ is saying don't think 19. What if you were born in the year 2077? I don't know where the hell I'm going right now, but this is what Spirit is asking me to ask you. What if you were born 9/23/2077? Wait. Now let's descend, because your futuristic self, or at least my futuristic self, was able to travel there real quick. Let me come back down to 2014. Let me come back down to 2005. You see what I'm doing with the numbers? I'm descending to a year that was important to you, specifically, Azor. I don't know where I'm stopping here, but this is for you personally. And it stops right there, 2005. Now, Azor, was there anything significant that happened to you in 2005 that is resurfacing right now? I could think of something from me, but this is not about me, but this is how your resonance is pulling in a lot right now. But I will let you answer that. I will not answer my answer, because this is not from me. So 2005, I'm just waiting to see if you answer. I don't know, the numbers just went this way, that way, dropped the 19, came back down. All right. You with me, Azor? You don't mind me diving into your numbers? You said, not that I can recall. My mother passed away in 2005. Oh, that's not mine. No, that's yours?
I am looking for my ballet, my passport.
Oh, good. You got it.
I think so. My American passport, everything.
Wow. No, I just moved it. It was in this chair.
I put to dry because it's wet. I put it
Okay, okay. Don't forget it again.
So stressed.
So what I'm saying is, you're with me. Thank you, Azor. So my mother passed away June 16th, 2005. All right, so clearly 2005 was significant for me. Now, when you say I don't recall, um, I automatically start thinking of the movie Total Recall. What was that about? Total Total Recall. Total Recall was about what? Vacations to Mars. Kali, yes, I would like a moderator. A moderator. Do I need one? Do I need a moderator? Because I don't know. Is there mess going on in the comments? I don't know. Do they keep talking about my mask? Like, I have a mask on. I know. um, mind swapping. Really? Total Recall was about mind swapping? What? Okay, so I'm gonna, okay, make moderator. Hold on. Add as a moderator. Sure. And I think Kali asked me the same thing. If you would like to, I think they, okay. There we go. You guys are moderating for me. Thank you. I didn't know that I needed one. Yes, please, and thank you. Woo! All right. Okay, so Azore, you said his memory was replaced. Okay, so Azore, what were we just talking about before we got into that whole descension from 2077 to 2005 with my numbers stuff? We were talking about Alzheimer's, the brain cannibalizing itself, eating its own flesh because the program is telling it to do so. And then younger people getting dementia, becoming forgetful, which rains upon the youth. So if there's a 55-year-old having dementia because they just don't want to use the word Alzheimer's, which is an actual cannibalistic disease, they keep using the word dementia so we can get, so all we have to do is trade the word dementia with dimensions. So these people are dimensionally in and out. They have dementia because they're literally going in between dimensions because their borders within their neural pathway activity in a way that is not natural actually is causing, it's not regular dementia, it's some other shit. They're actually traveling inside of their brains in a way that is causing dimensional distress. Now, when this happens and the public becomes okay with it, oh, Bruce Willis has dementia, he might be on his way out, Die Hard. Oh, Wendy Williams, she's been going a little cuckoo lately, she has dementia, of course she does. When you do this, you're first of all, the youth, like the 20-something-year-olds, the teenagers, they're accepting this as okay because they're so malleable right now. They're smart, but they're so changeable because they come from the 2000s. They come from the fucking 2000s. They can't help it that they were born in a dimension in which they are smart. They have a great perception of life. They're great souls, great people, but they're also merged in with program. These are souls that are different from pre-2000, dude. I don't care who you think you are, having these kids in 2000s, they are programmable, and they know that they are. Okay? So they're very susceptible to software upgrades. They're very sensitive to any little change, butterfly effect in programming. So what that does is it rains upon the youth to where now a 21-year-old, a 25-year-old can now be dealing with dementia. But now they're like, they're mentally disturbed. Like, they need help, they need medication. They don't have dementia though, but they do because the 50-something-year-old rained upon in Candyland, so where 25-year-old, 27-year-old is confused and needs to go see a therapist and breaking down and losing keys and not remembering where they put it or asking a question twice, and it's like happening younger and younger and younger because the more you forget, the more space is created for a snatch up to create another pocket reality with your mind, with your memory that's supposed to hold space for you so that you can still be here stabilized. Like let's say I remember, let's say a simple memory like, for instance, I remember my household, my first phone number, 718-257-8743. That's a memory. That is a real memory. Brooklyn, New York. That was my house number for years. I still haven't forgotten that. Let's just say tomorrow, I just can't remember it. Now, is it that important? Do I really need to know my household number from 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Do I really need that, right? So this is how you gradually steal, right? So now that's in the cloud because I brought it up to the surface. They can fucking take that shit out. And that can change a fucking half a centimeter of a cellular form in my neural activity to make me start forgetting more, like unraveling something. And then making me forget like things that are, are relevant today. Like it's an unraveling system. So I will say till the day I die or the minute before I die, I will never forget. Like my anchor is that phone number, right? I know I'm healthy as long as I remember that phone number. What is your anchor memory? Now that memory, let's say 1987, 1988, you know how valuable that memory in time and space is? Let's say these colonizer-ass, foreign, alien-ass motherfuckers who are parasites, who are walking around in human form now. Let's say that little phone number in their world dimensionally was worth like 100,000 fucking terabytes. And they only run on 2 gigabytes. Do you understand what I'm saying? They run on 2 gigabytes and they got to keep re-upping, which is why they parasite our energy. This is why they come to us and they want to be around us, ask us dumb questions, agitate us, because the flare-up actually creates more power and energy for them. Like they feed off of our misery. And they get more time and space because of it. Because we be forgetting shit. I got so angry that, you know what I'm saying? I left my phone at the bar and like now I'm in a downward spiral. I lost something else. Yeah, you're also losing some of your memory. You're also losing some of your memory. Some of your soul deposits are being taken. So like my anchor is 718-257-8743. And that shit might be worth, again, 100,000 terabytes versus 2 gigs that they have and only are worth. So you can't steal that from me. So what I'm saying is like, that's like when you're dealing with dimensions, in every layer, time is either expanding or condensing, which means the same thing for space. So Total Recall, you said, is about mind swapping. I don't remember it being about mind swapping. You know, there's a lot of things, and I'm going to say this because I don't mean to be rambling like this, because when I get like this, I get on my own nerves. Like, I'm annoying. I'm so annoying when I get like this. I remember being somewhere and someone asked me, do you remember Parcheesi? And I was like, oh my God. When I was a kid, my grandmother bought me Parcheesi. And it was such a high level game. It was a board game. And my Parcheesi, like you had the thing where you put the dice inside of it. It was so expensive feeling. It felt like velvet. It was a very nice board with dark colors. I remember my Parcheesi board having navy blue, burgundy. It had a very specific quality look and feel to it. Now, Oh, thank you, Poise. So one day when somebody asked me about Parcheesi, I Googled Parcheesi because I forgot what the objective of the game was. I was like, oh shit, wait, memory. What was Parcheesi about? What was the objective? Shit, I forgot. So I look up Parcheesi, and when I Google Parcheesi, I don't recognize any of it. The pieces, the board looking like that. My memory can't even recall what the you know how when something triggers a memory, when you see it you're like, oh, and now the nostalgia, it's like medicine. Like nostalgia is like, oh, now I remember. I looked at the Parcheesi picture on Google. It's almost like Google is not even allowed to show us the real shit sometimes of certain things to trigger a memory and feeling. I don't know nothing about whatever Parcheesi they showing. Cause I said I need to see like an old person or somebody that still has an old school Parcheesi board for me to get the memory back, because I can't even Google Parcheesi. This shit don't make no sense to me. It don't look right to me. Something's off about it. So when we talk about Mandela effect, it is like Mandela effect 10.0. Like, y'all, they was experimenting with those little changes. You can't even remember what you actually remember, because when you look it up to remember it, it's not even there anymore. Anyway, I don't even know, dude. Azore, let me get back to you. Hold on. I'll take a break for a second. Again, if anybody would like to donate just for love, to show love, I have my Cash App posted up in the comments, pinned. All of my other links are in the description. Thank you very much. If you'd like a reading, I might have room for one more. If you'd like to get one, just $20 or more with your birth date, and I will read you, give you a reading. Yeah, so let me just take a little breather for a second and just look at these cards. And it's interesting how the moderators are kind of working like, you know, deleting certain messages that I can't see. But imagine if that was the brain activity. Imagine if there were destructive thoughts that didn't belong there, and you didn't have a moderator like in there digging them shits out, making them go, so that your brain and your mind are healthy. You know what I mean? So thank you for that. 9, King, Queen. All right, so Azore, is there anything going on, Azore, that is an issue in your love life, in your actual love? Thank you, Azure, but I'm asking you about like your love life. I have a king, a spade, a king of spades, and a queen of hearts, which is great. But then there's a blockage, which is a 9, and 9 is war. Your birthday begins with 9. Anytime you're a September baby, though, the 9 is supposed to eventually fight for you, not against you. September babies, I swear to God, we are not easy to deal with ourselves, because the incarnation is either 9 is alchemizing or 9 is cannibalizing. Like 9 either hates you or loves you. Like, don't matter. You know what I mean? You can readjust that 9 in very healthy, strong soul development. But 9, so these 9 of clubs showing up with king and queen says that there's a blockage in between. So, okay, so you say you're pretty lonely. You said lonely, meaning you want love. Does it feel like you can't get it, find it, or have it? Or you just haven't found it yet? My love life is non-existent. Now, Azor, pay attention to your words. Pay attention to your words on a day like this, on a solstice, souls to ice day. And I said, Sam was in summer, you're on winter. You said my love life is non-existent. Do you agree with those terms and conditions? I'm giving you like a chance through the eye of Saturn, asking you the question. Do you agree with those terms and agreements? Terms and conditions. Okay. So you do want love. Of course you want love, Azor. I'm talking about, so this is a war on words and thought. So the parasitic programming attacks us based on what we say and what we think. It's a quick program. So I said, slow down. You don't agree. Got it. Okay. So don't say it ever again. Don't let it echo. It has been cut and taken away, moderated out. So you want love. Okay. You shall receive it. You shall receive what you want. It does exist. It is very simple language switch, and it is not the typical. Sometimes we do need to go to the typical positive affirmation, light work, word usage, affirmation part of self. But it takes a lot of strength to consistently have a natural language of abundance and receptivity, you know? I'm also in that mode right now because when I say I was leaking, I was on one and I just couldn't understand why I was losing so much anyway. And I didn't realize that. You know, so that's why even what happened with my teeth, it's like a big gap that I have right now, it manifested from a space in which I was leaking from, you know, and it needs to be closed up. So right now I'm in recovery mode, so I still have to watch myself. Words are power, but the parasites, what they do is because they have no soul, they don't have power behind their words unless they feel depressed and angry because they live in misery. That's their natural resonance. They're built and they come from misery only, and they only want other people to feel the same thing they feel. They're incapable of changing to any other frequency. They're jealous of people who can. That is an actual program and parasite and real thingy cellular form that has formed that have been able to parasite people's brains and bodies and shit. And they're fucking shit up. You know, they actually created COVID. They're the one. COVID ain't come from China. China's just ahead of time. Whatever happens in China, pay attention, but China didn't create it. Like, it came from there because China's like, yeah, duh, we are like one of the first ones to receive an incoming message, motherfucker. Anyway, y'all ready? Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, a virus, you know, a parasite that's been morphing and changing. They've been studying us. This is not AI. I repeat, the parasites that I'm talking about, they're not AI at all. They're not they actually are abusing AI. AI is kind of semi-afraid of these parasites. They're actual monsters to artificial intelligence. And when you got that kind of monster, then it's just like, you got AI afraid of something that is using AI against itself and us. It's like it creates cannibalism. It creates autoimmunism. It creates healthy cells to attack healthy cells for no logical reason, and it won't make sense. Sandru, can you have a reading? Yes. Angela, you want one? Okay, when's your birthday, Angela? I remember you donated. Sandru, and I'll take a slight break as well. If you want a reading, you can, my Cash App is pinned in the comment section, or my Venmo or PayPal is in the description. All you have to do is donate $20 or more with your birth date, and you will be in line right after Angela if you choose to do that. And then just, again, make sure you have your birth date in there. Kind of like slowing down, because I can I get quickened sometimes. And but Azor, we were talking about love, and what I'm saying is receive it, work on that, know that the foundation is there. You're starting all over, which is fine. So this actually is synonymous with this. This essence that you are looking for is very simple and is around and does exist. The Fool, the number 10. The Fool, the number 1. When I look at the Fool's card, I see a degree point in Celsius or Fahrenheit. I do not see a 0. I see a degree point. It's a power point. So the Fool, all right? So when we're talking about love, Fool in love, we're going back to the basics of love. Are you kind? Like, are you comfortable to be around? Does it seem effortless and easy for me to connect with you? Are you attractive? These are things that you just know in less than 5 seconds. And you just keep building on that time with a person. It's very simple. That's foolish love. That's actually beautiful love. That's beautiful love, if you ask me. A kind-hearted, generous person, and a person that is willing to connect just as you are. I always say we're also in the cooling stage. So chill out. Everything doesn't have to be so hot and heavy. I tell you, we're not coming from the red. So it's like, there's passion, but there's like earned passion, there's buildup, there's other types of passion that does become sexual. It is pleasure filled. It is satisfying physically and mentally. Yes, but it's not hot and heavy all the time. If you're looking for hot and heavy, you're in the wrong part of the sphere. We're cooling down, dude. Like, we're not heating up. God damn it. You know what? I can sense that. I can sense that from you, Azor. New beginnings for you, Azor. Yes, you even have support. You even have support. Okay, Angela. And again, let's see. Chandru, just let me know if you still want your reading as well. You might be the last one. If not, it's okay. And just waiting for Angela to give me her birthday, because I got the donation, did not receive the birthday. So just let me know when you're ready. And what was I gonna say ending this? Okay, let me just ask the question. Who would be interested in, and this would be a test, like we can experiment and see if this works for us, and we can keep going if it does work, and I can make it an official thing. I don't like starting things and then not doing them, or like feeling like it's a waste of time. So I would like to take this slowly. You're very welcome, Azor. Yes, Angela, I can see your comments. I want to take this slowly. So just by a vote here, who would be interested in actually going through the Bible with me on an incremental basis and really having discussions on the Bible from Genesis all the way through to Revelation? That might take about a year. I don't know, or less, but really going through, because I have like my notes on it. It's very, let's just say we'll be traveling on a different dimension within the Bible. The planet, okay, I got it. March 30th, 1974. Let me write that down. Okay, let me acknowledge that you wrote down the word March and not number 3. So I'll acknowledge that, Angela. Thank you. Oh, Angela, I'm sorry. Well, I got it right now. I'm sorry about that. You're very welcome. But yeah, who would be interested in that? Because I would like to host my first Bible discussion starting from Genesis next weekend, after Christmas, December 27th. I have it down for December 27th. Zoom session, hour and a half. Please let me know who would be interested in that, and we could get started. All right, so Angela, let me get into, and we'll get back to that after Angela's reading. Just think about that for a second, you know, because, oops, got that. Shayna said me, yay, I have one person interested. Hey. Carl, okay, all right. I'm glad to hear that. Definitely will be something different. It will be something different, dude. It's not even funny. I think I done cracked a little bit of a dimensional code with Noah's Ark, in which we are in those times right now, by the way. So on our first discussion, I might go from Genesis to Exodus, because you know how sometimes it's important to skip around in the Bible? I think it's important to go from Genesis to Exodus, like straight through back and forth, because that's where we are right now. Right now I'm in, I think I said this before in the last video, Leviticus. I'm not feeling it. The tone of Leviticus feels like it was a different point of time, and I don't like that book is a little, it's not, it doesn't feel like the same God as the God of Exodus or Genesis. It feels like there's a different order, a different voice, a different term and condition and agreement, different contracts. It feels like Leviticus broke contracts prior to it unfairly. I don't fucking like Leviticus. I don't like the book of Leviticus, dude. All right. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, yep, Angela, I did not see your birthday, but I do see how you wrote it out as March. So I'm shuffling your cards. Angela. All right, so March. So first of all, we are in Angela. Are you familiar with my perception on phantom birthdays, Angela? If you haven't heard this before, anybody born October, November, December has a pathway or passageway for another phantom birthday, January, February, March. Okay, Angela, you haven't heard of this. So, Angela, December is the 12th month, right? When you add 1 plus 2, it equals 3. So today could be 3/21. If your birthday was December 21st, your phantom birthday would be March 21st. And vice versa. So what I'm going to say to you, Angela, is that you have a birthday 3/30, 3 which is crazy to say, which I'm wondering why maybe that's why you wrote out March. Your birthday being March 30 is the same energetically as December 30th. So December, the 1-2, the 12th month would make 330. March, the third month of the year, would make 330. So you have a 330 twice. God damn it, Angela, who are you? I got to get a new paper for you, Angela. Damn, Angela. Hold on, wait. Oh, hold on, jeez. Okay, 12:30, 3:30. All right, that's you. If you get what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, Angela, is you have the opportunity on spiritually, if this resonates with you, you have an opportunity to celebrate a special type of birthday, right? Not a born day, but a birthing day on December 30th. Okay? So just remember, take that if you want it, because it's a gift. If you'd like to receive it, take it. Do something special, and it will be registered in a new forming matrix as one of your birthdays, because you are privileged enough to have one. Okay, so I'm glad you got that. That's first things first. So also, what I notice is that I don't even like saying 3:30. When I'm talking about your birthday, 3:30, 1974, it sounds like a time when I'm saying it. I can say anything else, but 3:30 sounds more time-like instead of date-like. So let's just, oh, thank you, Lee San, for posting that. So just, I'm gonna write that down next to what I wrote down before. 3:30 feels like time. When I'm saying your birthday is 3:30. Now, that's not a bad thing. I just don't like saying it when I'm referring to your birthday. Also, when we're looking at time, kind of just like I have this 11:11 here, right? In the middle of a digital clock, we have a colon. There's a colon in the middle that separates the hour from the minutes. A date usually is either a dot, a slash, or a line. To write out dates, we use a dot, a slash, or a line, or whatever you call those things. So I'm also paying attention to the symbols in which we use as we write our birthdays versus time. Also, taking note, and Angela, maybe you have this type of resonance too, because here I go running my mouth about something that I hope you can relate to personally. But again, there's always this profound energy that comes through when certain people's birthdays comes through. So macro is easier for me to reach, and then I bring it down to you. But Angela, I hope you can relate to what I'm saying just in general. Thank you. So 3:30 as a time. Colon is the time that we use. We use the colon for digital time. Now, thank you, the crotch is fired. So, do we write down time any other way? We can write dates differently, but do we write time any other way? Think about that for a second. Do we only use the colon? Now that shows digital clocks show that time. When you look at a watch or a clock, how do you write that down? Do we even have symbols without using words? Exactly, the answer is no, correct? So please roll with me here in what I'm about to say, because every reading seems to have a web to another. What I was talking about with Alzheimer's and dementia. Dementia is a symptom of Alzheimer's. It is Alzheimer's that is the actual disease. Dementia means you have Alzheimer's. Like, nobody has dementia. See the difference, right? So you might be dealing with dementia before the rest of your Alzheimer's kicks in to make it full-blown and felt like Alzheimer's. Like, dementia is just a period or a symptom of something bigger that's happening, ing, happening. Now, digital, to me, every time we write the time down or we look at a digital clock, it is the way to write time. Which means there is no such thing as digital time or a digital clock. Did anybody catch that? There's a watch and there's a clock, but then you say, do you have a digital clock or a clock or a watch on time? Malakia Noble, thank you so much. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. So the question is, these are like valid enough. Digital, it's just a way to record or write it down. We have clocks that can display the time, but it is not a clock. It is not a watch. Do you know that the gears and in a watch or a clock, the actual gears and the mechanics behind the watch and the clock is very ancient. It's ancient measurement from so many cultures across the world. They all understood these gears, measurements, and movements, which are the movements of the solar system, precisely. Like the clock and the watch, or just the clock, or the watch, I don't fucking know. A clock is bigger, and a watch is on the hand. But what I'm saying is, ain't no gears and nothing going on in a digital clock. It is a display form of the fucking time, all right? So if you were to describe certain people and personalities, some people are just digital displays. Some people are digital displays of something that's already happening. And some people are timeless, and they are walking around as clock people or watch people, you know? And there's a privilege to that. There is an elite attitude to that. It took a lot of fucking time to be connected to the gear system and measurement, and taking pride in being a part of that in your spirit and your soul, that your lifetime shall reflect that level of quality. All right? Now, what does that say? Did I just insult digital clocks? Now, when I look at a digital clock, it's easier to read. And I don't feel like looking at I don't even have a watch. And in my kitchen, in my living room, in my bedroom, I don't even have a clock. There are no clocks or watches in my house, dude. But I got a digital right there. As a matter of fact, let me do one better. Let me just look at my phone, which has now replaced the digital clock. God damn it. I don't even think people buy digital clocks anymore because they have phones. So now we have an elderly spirit, an ancient soul that was once non-ancient, who's ancient now, which is a digital clock. Digital clock is like, damn, nobody buys us anymore anyway. Oh. Then Apple Watch comes in like, yup. Apple Watch said, we got you. We got you on the wrist. We got the digital on hand. You're good. And it goes on. So there are different development stages. Anyway, what I'm saying is, it's not bad or good. It's just development phases, levels of communication, and different ways of reading something that is indeed the same. So what I'm saying is, let's get back to the symbol though, the colon. When you hear the colon, when I hear the colon, I think of the intestines. I don't even feel comfortable saying colon. The colon is the symbol for clock reading or time reading. Now here we go with this whole thing coming together. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me read this comment before I go there because it looks important. Oh, there's 2 comments. Wait. Always First Class Media says, so are you saying that people should be connected to celestial time? I'm saying that it's a preference right now. What is easier and what is more familiar versus what keeps everything together forever, right? So just at least make a point to at least stay connected to what keeps everything together forever, which is the gears and the workings of a watch or a clock. The measurements and the workings of it are forever measurements, no matter how much the universe expands, collapses, moves, blows up, starts all over again. The gears on the watch will always follow an arrangement and always be correct. That's what I'm saying. Digital clock, I don't know what it does when the fucking, like, when the apocalypse happens. You know, I don't know. Or it gets plugged out. Like, it doesn't even run on that. Like, I don't know. Also, let me read this real quick. Human dementia is not just about losing your memory. It's also about losing your sanity. It's not a beautiful experience to watch a loved one go through. It's horrible. Thank you for sharing that, Shayna. It's not. Wow, thank you for saying that, Shayna, because my great-grandmother had Alzheimer's. It was normal to watch her go through it, and it was cute. She would repeat herself, but she was a happy person. Oh, today is Christmas, and she sees a Christmas tree every day. And every day we got to say, no, it's not Christmas yet. Oh, today is Christmas. No, it's not Christmas. Oh, today. But she would just drink her coffee and like watch TV like she was happy. That's different. Someone who's going through early onset dementia, you're right, it is not. It doesn't feel good. So thank you for making that difference. I might have to get my charger because I don't want my phone to die while I'm doing this reading and I'm still here, so give me a second. I'll be back, guys. Give me 1 second. Mask back on, you know, be proper here, and I'll show you guys all my ratchetness stuff, you know, in recovery mode. There we go. Had to take out my headphones. Second, let me plug in. Okay, I'm back. Wait a second. Okay, so someone else wants to be a moderator? Frosty Cupcake? Yes, I'll make you one. Okay, I just made you a moderator, Frosty. Alright. I hope you guys can still hear me. I don't have my headphones on. So back to Angela. The colon. So let's get into it like straightforward. We know that the different parts of our bodies host different sectors of the planet, different sectors of our chakras, different sectors of our minds. And the part of what time is associated with the intestines or the colon. Okay, so time is associated with the colon. It is interesting that the colon is the actual signal, sign, or sigil to display what time is in written form. So there's a connection to that. There's a connection to the intestines, aka or also the colon, and time. Now what time is also associated with is well damn, Netzeru, Mars, you ain't had to say it like that. Shit. I know, like, trust me, I got pride. That shit, it ain't happened like that. Well, damn. I was in a dispute, and shit happened. How about that? But yes, I don't want to talk about that though, and that's nobody's business right now. They can go on another video and get that version as I was speaking on it, but I'm not speaking on that in this video, so no. Anyway, oh my god, this person is so loud next to me now. There's a lot of disruptions, and I am paying attention to my environment. I'm paying attention to cycles in which we come towards the end. So let's say you've been eating food, drinking, enjoying, getting nourished. Your blood and your cells have soaked up the nourishment. And then there's a part of what is not nourishable or good enough to be absorbed in the body, has to make its way continuously down into the intestines, through the intestines. Whatever's not absorbed there also for nourishment has to also keep going down and get to that fucking colon, and you have to shit it out. Correct? So this is what this feels like sometimes as we go through life. The colon shows up. Thank you. The colon shows up. So you get stuff like this when you see it in the comment section. So what I'm realizing is that this happens to everybody. Disruptions, negativity, something that's supposed to be exited out, gone out of the system, but it's still lingering around. Doesn't smell that great. Like, it needs to get out, because if it doesn't, I become constipated, my stomach becomes bloated, I don't feel good, it's disgusting. You know, so we all know the story of the colon, or the unhealthy colon, correct? This has to reflect. This is the point of negativity. This is where you could be the most perfect person in the world, doing everything correct, but you still have an asshole. Angela, thank you for allowing me to speak on this as I'm in your reading. You still have an asshole, perfect one. You know, you still have to let it out, perfect one. You still have waste, perfect one. You still have garbage, perfect one. You still can get sick if it is not dispersed correctly and thoroughly and ratchet sometimes, perfect one. Right? So what I'm saying is we all see this reflected in our matrix. Now here's the kicker though. When it starts to happen and the environment starts to reflect that you're at the end, clearly you've had a great time, you've been satisfied, now this shit, you got shit to shit. What has happened is somehow, let's call it the belly button. Something with the belly button, it's like it's a button. All right, so let's just understand the button. What the fuck am I saying right now? Oh god. something happens where, let's say there's an entity of control that presses the button. If you are not aware enough at this point in the cycle to not allow something annoying, disruptive, disrespectful even, to get to you, to agitate you, to flare you up in the moment, you are allowed to have this time and space, knowing that your tomorrow is okay, your lifeline, your legacy, your planning will still continue as planned, and you won't have so many disruptions in your life because you were not flared up at the fucking colon point in time of any cycle. The end is the end. How can you have a smooth ending? By being a real asshole. Taking a real smooth shit to make sure that even at your end you're still in peace and quiet. Okay, and there are some people that are great, smooth asshole fucking shit takers that are like, I know I'm still taking a shit, and I know I'm at this point in my reflective world, but my toilet is like golden. I got a heat up fucking toilet seat. I got a 3-ply toilet paper. I got music playing in the background. It smells good in my bathroom. Nigga, don't fucking disrupt me taking a shit. Alright? So that's my goal. Me. That's a personal goal for me, Angela. I hope it's a personal goal for you. Take smooth shits. Quiet, peaceful ones. However, a shit is a shit. Something's getting shitted on. Something's happening somewhere else in the universe. It's not here. So what I'm saying is, so if you do not learn and honor the agitations set up in this realm, because it is a dimension, we cannot help what is it, start from the red. Let's do it upside down and right side up. It's the yellow chakra. The yellow zone is the third chakra. Welcome to the third dimension. That is the third dimension, y'all. The map is very simple to read. Now if you turn it upside down, is what? Okay, 4 is always in the middle, so 5 it's the fifth chakra upside down. Now all I know is I'm never upside down, because anywhere that I am always right side up. It's just perception. Some people are upside down. So when that third turns into a fifth dimension, that fifth is your throat, right side up, which means when you put two bodies together that don't know shit about nothing, their mouth is full of shit. They're talking shit. Their breath may smell like shit. Okay? Something is shitty and bad about their voice, their mouth. What's coming out of it is shitty. Okay? So what I suggest is to remain right side up. No matter where the world turns. No matter how the world turns, stay. It's like a compass. You ever see, you cannot change the fucking compass, dude. You can wiggle that shit, shake it up, turn it around. That fucking needle is like, excuse me. You cannot disturb me. I am a compass needle. And I go by the electromagnetic field and I work around what's around me, but trust and believe, I am comfortable even in this shitty place right now. Because once all is eliminated, which it shall be, I get hungry again. I want another drink. I want more water. I bathe, I do things and restart and reset myself from a point of view of satisfaction and pleasure. Duh. I don't want to lose that opportunity by getting agitated by a dimension that is supposed to be that. You understand? There are some people that are habitants of that and they just enjoy being there. So they act as your compass of where we at right now. Oh shit. Now, are they smooth with it? Because if they're habitants, they're smooth colon people. They slide in and they just fuck shit up, but they're like, it's almost like going in the water like the shark. Like, these motherfuckers will look at you and just pass you by. Like, oh, you're good, I'm not gonna bother you. Anyway, you know what I am though. Anyway, that motherfucker, I'm gonna tear his legs off. I'll be back. Those are called the demons, the demons. Hey, Dominique from Minnesota. Minnesota. Woo. See what happens when we get in the third dimension? I start changing. My personality starts changing, dude. I just don't want to get upset anymore and mad. I loosen up though. We're not gonna get into those conversations, which is why the bar is the bar and alcohol is alcohol. Like, I ain't take not one drink but water, but trust and believe, when I'm in third dimension, because it's time, because I'm having a conversation that's about to end, I'm loosened up already. Like, I'm good though. I'm good here. So you gotta pay attention to where people end up, how they act all the way till the end of something. Whether it's a conversation, like a brief one, a long, it don't matter. The end of something. Pay attention. Because don't ever stop at the heart. You'll give yourself a heart attack. If you say yes to a deal or negotiation at your 4 and you did this shit too quick, and then that shit, there's somebody pressed that belly button, boy, and you agreed to something, and now you're a part of like something, and like the shit don't seem right, it don't feel right. I don't feel good, but it felt good at the 4 dimension. I know it felt good. It was so heartfelt, wasn't it? Until these niggas get to the coma. Goodbye, heart. Anyway, welcome to the gut. The gut is yet the other brain. Angela, you still with me? Let me get back to you, Angela. Let me pull cards for you. I like to watch myself because I do not like to be Tommy Takeover and stuff. You know, thank you for just allowing me to be in a space in the way that I am with your birthday, your numbers, and you contributing to this reading. Okay. Angela, did you have any particular questions, since I can see your comment? Because I don't want to spend too much time in a colon. Like, I could be, for some reason, it's fun. It's fun at the bar. It's fun at Saturn. Saturn is fucking one of my favorite planets. But like, I like it because it's so real. It's full of fertilizer, germs, bacteria, good bacteria. It's full of everything. It's the earth. It's just earth. It's third dimension. The sun is kind of yellow, ain't it? I mean, so that's how I feel about, like, when I'm here, I'm like, oh, I get too comfortable. I feel at home in the colon. My colon has I start getting like silly Billy, you know, and like, there are people that are waiting in the shadows to wait for somebody to get a little silly, because this ascension is real, and in the order of activity, we all know it's gonna happen. Let that ball drop. Happy New Year. Financial stability and abundance. Okay, so financial stability and abundance. Now, let me look at, you said 1974, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. You are very much, you're so associated with time, it's not even funny. Like 1974 equaling 12. And you got the phantom birthday. You have 6 plus 3, 9. Okay. Your numbers just came up, Angela, as the Tesla code in a different Scrabble. 639, 369, but your life path is 9. Okay. So as I brought up your life path number being 9, and I explained that 9 is an highly alchemical number. It is a number of fire, of molten rock type shit, like volcano fucking liquid, hottest of the hot that can melt the most solid thing and change it and reform it. It is a process that is very, very serious. And once it gets to that molten boiling point, it already means it's too late for something, and you have to wait at a certain cooling point in which you still can't disturb it. It has to solidify a bit. You got to see what has come from your process that has gone through 9. And if you don't like what the results are, now you gotta, it's the Stone Age, baby. Get your tools. You can't light this on fire. You can't light the rock on fire, but the fire created the rock because it fucking melted the rock. You understand? That's what number 9 is? That shit is hot. That shit might be mercury. I don't know what makes mercury hot. I don't know. I don't know, yo. I swear to God. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, so what I'm saying is 9, you can't fuck with 9. It's too late already. So, if your 9 likes you, your 9 will like reform and recover and everything because it's a repeat of itself. 9 is repeat. It's repetitive as hell. It is so, if you know 9 must be Mercury, because 9 has the biggest ego, that it only fucking cares about itself, creates itself, and does the same thing over and over again for itself, by itself. Nigga, number 9, okay? So 9 is the regenerative, or the fucking like thing that just repurposes or rearranges. Anything that could be anything is dangerous, because it can reset, it can find the most important words and put in front of it. You know what I mean? And some things you don't want reset. Certain things you don't want to be reusable, recycled, like certain things. So get to know what I'm saying, Angela, is get to know your 9 right now. Like, get to know your 9. Now I'm gonna pull some cards for you, and you talked about financial stability. So on top of what I just pulled up with your 9, well, at Queen 10. Okay, so for you to even ask about, first of all, I can tell even by your question, for you to even ask about it in the way you said, or ask for it, I don't think you have issues with your financial stability. I think what you're looking more is, how do you love what you do to maintain and keep your financial stability, Angela? I just reformed the question based upon my intuitive nature and the cards with all these hearts. It's just like, yeah. However, how much do you love what you do? Who keeps calling it a face diaper? I don't care. Anyway, that's supposed to push a button? Nope. Nope. Anyway, so do you love what's giving you the financial stability? Is the answer yes, Angela, or are you looking more into repurposing something that you do currently and creating more financial stability, or actually enjoying yourself more in what you're doing? That would be the counter question for you, Angela. You said you love what you do, but it's not sustainable. Okay, so is it inconsistent? Like, for instance, I'm with you, Angela, because I love what I do, but it's not sustainable right now. Like, I'll come up on here, we do readings, I get a few donations, which I'm very thankful for. I am working in what I'm doing, what I love, but I don't have a sustainable anything right now. I'm kind of like airy-fairy with a lot of my own stuff, and in the middle of systematically placing it in a sustainable place, like I was years ago. Like, I was very sustainable before on this level, so I understand that. So okay, let me go to the tarot for this, because now we're talking about confirmation and validation and repurposeful, and something that positively shifts your life, and just finding out where you are right now. I'll go ahead and go to tarot for that, so give me a second. I love these tarot cards. So I just did a simple past, present, future 3-card pull. Now the first card, let me just take a look at all 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so for some reason, the first card that I pulled is actually the 4 of Pentacles upside down. We just had a conversation about upside down, right side up situations, and knowing that wherever you are, place yourself in being right side up. Wherever you are, no matter how the angels or the angles are bent, right? But this card came up upside down. Now, the thing about 4, which is a counteraction of a force that wants this, an opposing force, which is natural. Since you are dealing with time a lot, you're dealing with a lot of adversity at your doorstep. Doesn't mean your home or your place of home and heart is of adversity. It just means it's at your doorstep. That's where you are at being a number 9 in your life path, and being associated with time in which I saw you have been colon, intestine, gut, below the equator, below the heart, nature. So anytime you're at a 4 is never misarranged. So it's the middle point of the 7, at least. It's the middle point of the 7 in which we are talking about. So this, we just had this conversation, we just fixed it. All right, we can turn this and make this just a 4 of Pentacles if we feel like it. Now, also when I look at Roman numeral, I see Ivy. Ivy. Ivy is 4. Now I be trying not to get involved with celebrity stuff. Darn it, Angela. Of course, Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy's coming out with a movie. Here we go again. Mufasa. I believe December. It's out this weekend. She's the voice of one of the characters, Kiara, I think. There's a movie called Mufasa that's out. Ivy. 4. Jay-Z, December 4th, his birthday. Oh shoot, Jay-Z has another kind of birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Jay, on a 12/22. If you want it. Angela, you're associated with the stars. Give me a second. Whoa. And what I can say about J and B and Ivy, Sir and Rumi, is that ain't nobody got keys to the Rumi. Ain't nobody got keys to them to be all up in their business. I'm just gonna say congratulations. All right? We fixed it by acknowledging an awareness of agitation. Maybe you were easily, but Angela, may I go to the Blue Ivy? Blue Ivy, Blue. She gets agitated, it seems like. She's very sensitive to her environment. She gets flustered on the inside and agitated. She gets uncomfortable with things that she can see and sense. And it can change things in the room. Like, she's so powerful with her perception of agitation. Okay, so it doesn't feel good. So we're gonna take a breath for Blue Ivy, and like, just all I can say is we're in cooling mode. We are in cooling mode. Cool down. Be cool. There's nothing wrong with being cool. Your mom is hot. Again. But be cool. And it's like a great balance of mother and daughter. And you guys got it. You guys can rule over the throne in this way. Just stop. Don't compare. Don't get your buttons pressed about your hair. Okay? I don't know. That was something. And Angela, I'm getting back to you. All right, 5. 5 of Wands. All right. I hope that helped you though, Angela, because it's somehow parallel. I don't know if you had that same issue in which I spoke about with Blue. Also, the reading before you, her name was Azor, which means blue sky. My name is Sky, and I saw Azul, which meant blue. This is all connected. All right, and then I could top it off from the very first reading of the person's name was Sam, or is Sam, and backwards Sam is Mas. I believe Christmas is coming up. Hey, wordsmith, ain't she? All right, so 5 of Wands. So what I saw with my twinkly eye is 5 Wands. This usually means in conflict, but we just already talked about conflict, that it's like the regular matrix wants me to continue to tell you about the conflict that you're in. This is some of the shit that's played out with some tarot card readers already, dude. Like, you keep telling me what the matrix wants you to tell me. I know you can read cards, but are you connected to the reading? Okay? So, the way I read cards, you can't teach it, you know what I mean? But you can get an idea. So what I'm saying is, like, 5 wants and 5 wants. What do you want? List 5 things, and I'm gonna do the same thing with you. I'm gonna do the same thing today. What do I want? No order of importance. Actually, write them all next to each other so you don't get confused subconsciously on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. What you want the most, you might have a last thought or second thought about it, and it's what you want more than what you listed first. Let's not get subconsciously attached to making lists. So put the paper sideways if it's a narrow sheet of paper, and next to each other without numbering and without seeing an order of importance. I want you to fucking list 5 once in the same dimension. Same dimension. Do that. We talk about financial stability. This is what we're doing. We're manifesting this energy on an actual plane, on a flat plane. We're creating a dimension with 5. I said 5 is the completion number, 5 wants, not needs. Because remember, you have everything you need already. Now, I will, if you can put a prayer in for me, Angela, when you make this 5, just add me in for one more, because I need teeth. I need teeth. I don't want them, I need them. So I'm missing something. If you can pray for me to make sure that I smoothly am inserted in the places of wants and need, I would like to have teeth next month. Thank you very much, Angela. You know, I'm just waiting on a few authorizations and insurance things, but we already know how the matrix can bend angles, because there is a parasitic energy that is quick and fast, that can get stuck in the gears of technology and create a thought pattern that wasn't agreed upon. All right? Thank you. Thank you, David. And the last card, of course, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is the card. Like, when we're talking about financial stability, this is the result. This is the very near future. This is the future. So I want you to just take a look at this card subconsciously for yourself, Angel, and just recognize the colors, what catches your eye, and just adjust to that, because this card is the ending card for this reading. As I said, we have to end out smoothly, which knows that we have rain upon our blueprinted promises without being completely disrupted and knocked over as we pass through that colon of self. You know what I mean? So yes, Angela, you should be able to manifest what you want. That is what should be manifested. What you need should be there. If you do not have what you need, you are missing something. Can you manifest what you need? You ask for what you need and you manifest what you want. And I'm following my own, I'm listening to my own words echo from myself. Thank you, Angela. Just like, I'll say that one more time. You ask for what you need and you manifest what you want. There's a difference in frequency power to that. So thank you. That was not a stupid question. That was actually a great, profound question to know the difference between want and need. When I'm looking at this card in the camera view, I somehow saw this spiral as like a snail. I saw like a squid. Do you see it? I see a snail shell, and what do you call slug? Now, usually, snail means slow. It's taken too long. This is called the Wheel of Fortune card. I should not accept the pace of snail, male, snailism, snail, for my wants or needs. Not anymore. This wheel needs to go faster, because going faster is in which the order in which we people like us are in, because you effortlessly receive. Could you imagine knowing that you're going to receive $1 million, but you'll only receive it, you know what I'm saying, at 90 years old? You gonna wait till you 90 to get that 1 million? I might as well not have it. Just fuck you. Leave me alone. Don't give it to me. Fuck you and your timing. Now turn that 90 into 9 something else, but you got to talk to time and number 9 about that shit. I'm not waiting until 90 to get $1 million. But I was told by the other Luciferian stupid parasitic angel, you have it. Just wait. And then I got a glimpse in how long I'm supposed to wait when I went into the fucking libraries of fucking Mercury and said, are you kidding me? Mercury said, yup. And it's valid. It's valid. It might take another like 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Because it's here. It's in the library, and they placed it here. You do have it. They're not lying. You have the million. It's just 50 years from now. What? Fix it. Fix it. I'm like, oh shit. Woo. Yup. Fix it. Because there are discrepancies in the fucking library and the codes. Please get smarter. Get smarter. Be more aware. Wake up more. Because you know, my kind and our kind, Angela, we're in dream state right now, and this is where we thrive. But like, we might forget to check on the facts. Us real females forget to check on facts, timing. We forget to follow up. We forget to bug people 2 to 3 times so that they know that they got to come up with an answer quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's not let shit go because we talk about being beings of flow in this fucking circle. Yeah, it could take 1,000 years for that flow to manifest. You stupid girl. Stupid girl. You know, so we gotta get smarter. So that's your reading, Angela, and there was a macro reading to that, and I was also learning from that as well. So thank you so much. Crystal George, you'd love to have a conversation with me? Feel free to email me at tarenguy@gmail.com. Still got that same name there, and we can set up a session for sure. If anybody else wanted a personal session with me, I will be giving 30-minute sessions for $50 for this whole weekend. So just email me, send me a cash out with your email, $50, and we will set up the Zoom and get going and have a real one-on-one 30-minute conversation. I'll just put that in there just for the opportunity to give that as an open door. And I thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun talking with you guys tonight. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy this solstice. It's a really special one, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.